We are joined now by Democratic Senator Blanche Lincoln of Arkansas. Senator Lincoln, thanks for being here in a particularly busy 2 days in your career. Listen,
Yes.
You've had the former president of Arkansas, a popular guy down there. You've had the support of President Obama, certainly in some radio ads. You've had more than enough money to put ads up on the air. Why is this so close?
Well, we've had lots of great support, but to be honest with you, Candy, the D.C. unions have put about $10 million in this race in the last 12 weeks, and that's just on the TV. They've also inundated Arkansas with outside workers that they've bussed in to go door to door. They've been doing ugly mailers in the mail, radio, a whole host of other things. So my opponent's had tremendous support, not to mention the fact that 60% of his dollars are coming from MoveOn.org. The largest contributors to his campaign are residents of California, not Arkansas. Well, so I'm up against a lot.
You are, but it's been my experience in covering politics that unless there is a vulnerability there, it's hard to exploit. What do you think your vulnerability is? Because it does seem, and you have acknowledged, that voters seem to be angry with you. Why is that?
I think they're angry with Washington, and I think they're frustrated.
They sort of see you as Washington, right?
Well, yeah, and absolutely the fact that you see so much of these resources from other places that are coming in to paint me in a negative way. The fact is I have been a part of change in Washington. That's why I first went to Washington. I started groups like the Blue Dogs and the New Democrats in the Senate. I am very much a moderate. I was one of the senators that helped to bring down the cost of the stimulus package and so many other things that I felt like were very much in tune with what Arkansas wanted to see. And so, you know, I've worked hard, but the fact is when people come in with $10 million and 60 busloads of 60 people to go door to door saying ugly things about you, it's hard. People get confused. They're already frustrated. And it's really sad that, you know, that we would allow these special interest groups, and certainly that Bill would allow special interest groups to come into our state like this and really dominate and manipulate the people of Arkansas.
Well, and we've noted you've had some heavy hitters in there. You could probably use the President of the United States at this point. He's a pretty good get-out-the-vote guy. And it has been noted that he has not been in the state for you recently. What do you feel about the White House support, about establishment support at this time? Because it looks a little bit as though they're thinking she may lose.
Well, no, we've had a great support from the administration. President Obama has done some calls for us. He has done some door knockers and some pamphlets and things. Vice President Biden, who's a good friend of mine, has been helpful. Wesley Clark, General Wesley Clark, has been supportive and endorsed me.
Do you think any of that may have worked against you? Because it's sort of this anti-establishment, we don't like Washington, and these are a lot of establishment figures, and I'm wondering if there is an overarching thing going on in Arkansas that has a greater meaning across the country, and that is this about a Washington taint for someone who's been there for 12 years?
Yeah. No, I don't think so at all. I think Arkansas people are very independent-minded, and that's one of the reasons that we won the primary. We did win it. We didn't get 50%, and we're going to win on Tuesday. I've spent the last, the last week on our Countdown to Victory tour in 25 county courthouses across the state. You know, Bill hadn't been doing that. He's been letting other people fund his campaign and do his dirty work. But I've been out there with people, and, you know, they understand.
Well, I mean, having union support, it's a legitimate group. You have union members in the state. Certainly MoveOn.org represents a wing of the Democratic Party. What does it say, if you lose, about the Democratic Party's tolerance for someone who is more moderate, who maybe didn't like the public option as you didn't in health care, and now seems to be the object of those who want to get you out, mostly the unions, as you say?
Right. Well, I think that, first of all, Arkansans will see through all of that. I think I've heard an awful lot from them as I've traveled the state. As you can tell, I'm about to lose my voice. We've been out at Port Fest along the White River. We've been all over the place yesterday. But the fact is they understand that all of this negative advertising is not who we are as Arkansans. We don't solve our problems in Arkansas. We weren't taught to solve our problems with hate and anger. We were taught to solve our problems by coming together. Yes, people are frustrated in Arkansas with Washington, and I certainly have admitted to them that I've gotten that message, and more importantly, I understand what they feel. As you've noticed in my caucus, I'm pretty much the moderate out there. I'm in the middle here in the Senate. I'm not one that goes to the trench in the trenches or the foxholes on the left or the foxholes on the right. I'm the one in the middle of the battlefield trying to find the common ground, because I think the people of Arkansas and the people of this country want us to solve our problems. They want us to solve these issues. They want us to come together and figure out, how do we get results? How do we create jobs? How do we move this economy forward? That's what I focused on in Washington, and that's what I focused on in this campaign. And I can talk a lot about that in the positions I've gotten myself into, whether it's chairman of the Agriculture Committee or senior member on the Finance Committee, and people understand that.
Thank you so much, Senator Blanche Lincoln. You don't have much time left. We will see you Tuesday night. Thank you.
You bet.
When we come back, a look at